Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach. A little different view this morning, a little different office. For those that are following me, I'm out in Midland, Texas. Came to check out my coach and teach a seminar and get some training in. So anyways, hope you're up, making some moves, got the mind in the right place. But if not, let's go ahead and put it in the right place. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of go back over what I've been talking about the last few days, because it just so happens that I had this trip planned to come out with my coach and train at his school, teach a seminar. So I taught a seminar last night with the kids and with the adults. Really good stuff. It's probably almost 40 kids on the mat on a Friday evening, and then pretty much about the same amount of adults right after that from like 6:30 to 8:30 on a Friday evening. Says a lot, because that's a lot of people to show up and just give up their Friday evenings after a long work week and time away from their families and doing what they normally do on a Friday evening to come in and train with me and be on the mats, right? So anyways, the last 2 days I was talking about, your network, okay, is your net worth. So who can you call on, right? Who can you pick up the phone and talk to help you keep you on the right path, right? Versus who you're calling on to be like, yeah, take it easy, take the day off. You work too hard, you deserve some time to yourself. All you need is that little extra push to just settle down, right? Versus those people that be like, no, keep going, keep pushing, right? Then you got those ones that you can go to or that you're around on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis, that's always pushing, always moving forward, always trying to win in everything, versus being around those people that they're not really doing much. Okay, they're not really doing much. Not making them bad people. It's just they're not doing much. So then that means you're not doing much either, and there's no growth. What I'm getting at is coming out here to my coach's academy is very similar to mine. Okay, and that's why I've been under my coach, Coach Bruno Bassos, for I think it's a little over 10 years now. Yeah, it's a little over 10 years. So in 2010, I joined his team, and it's 2020, right? So a little over 10 years. And the reason why it's been like this for so long, the relationship, is because the mindset is the same. The way he trains his students and the way his students are out here in Midland are very similar to what we're producing in Arlington, Texas, right? So I get out here, and as you walk into the academy, just the feel, the atmosphere is very similar. There's things on the wall, there's gold medals, there's a bunch of accomplishments, not just from the coach, but from other students, right? And so you can the way people talk, the way people are training, the way people are doing things, or just the atmosphere walking in, you sense a feel of like excellence, a feel of winning, okay? And that's what I want. Like, that's what everyone should want, or at least I in my mind, that's what I think everyone should want, but not everyone wants that. That's not really the true case, right? Like, not everyone wants to win, unfortunately, okay? But I do. I want to win at life. I want to win at everything I do, not just in one area, but in all areas, which is really hard to do. But that's the mindset. That's at least the mindset in the direction that I'm going. And being out here with the individuals that I was with last night, that's the feeling. So what I was talking about the last few days is coming out to another academy. When you walk in, you just kind of feel that atmosphere like that, which is really, really good, because it just reinforces like I'm in the right place. I'm where I should be. I'm coming to the right place. Versus I've been in other academies, and I'm not disrespecting anyone. It's not the same. That's not the mindset. That's not the culture. It's just, we're here to do jiu-jitsu and do whatever you want, and if you feel like training hard, you can, and if you don't, you don't. And if you want to get good, you can, and if you don't, then don't, and that kind of thing. And so it's very mediocre, average kind of atmosphere, right? That doesn't attract me. That might attract some people, which it does, but that doesn't attract me. What I want to be around is people that are trying to win, and that the way they talk, the way they walk, everything about them is they're getting after it, right? So actually, we're getting ready to train here in about 50 minutes or so. The class starts at 11. It's competition class. It's it feels good that I'm gonna come out here and get some work in, and it kind of feels like a tournament this morning, kind of get these little, I don't know, just a little feeling in my stomach or in my head where it's like, man, I know in about 50 minutes or so we about to get down. Like it's about to go down here in a little bit, where some people would shy away from that. You train too hard, it shouldn't be about all that. Just want to do some easy training. And it's like, man, if we're not doing something like this, like, where you have a competition class or the classes are like that on a routine basis, then are we really doing jiu-jitsu, man? At least in my mindset, like, are we really getting after it? Or really, what are we really doing? We're actually just playing around, playing games. That's why I said, like, just reinforcing what I've been talking about the last couple of days. I know in the next couple hours, okay, for the next couple hours, starting from 11 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm about to get some really good work in with some really good individuals that take their jiu-jitsu serious, and the way they think about things is more serious than other people. Again, I'm attracted to that. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to be around people like that. Like, I really, really shy away and try to run from the other mindset. Okay, again, not that those other mindsets are bad people. It's just they're not going in the direction that I'm going, right? Like, I want to go in that other direction. And so that's just what I'm trying to feed more to you today. If you're not around those kind of mindsets, if you're not around that atmosphere where you walk in and you feel excellence, you walk in and you feel the atmosphere of winning, and people aren't talking about winning, then, man, where are you really at? And what are you trying to do? If you're not winning and you want to win, you need to go and put yourself around those kind of individuals. I know over the last 10 years, a lot of my major accomplishments have come from a direct proportion of being around this kind of atmosphere. Coach Bruno's been my coach for a long time. He's been in my corner for some of my major wins at Master Worlds and Brazilian Nationals in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and like the Masters International in Rio, and the list goes on. And so, it just like I said, it just fits together. And like yesterday, he asked me to speak, not only teach his kids class, teach the seminar to the kids, show them some techniques, but afterwards, he asked me to speak about the nutrition, right? He goes, I really like the way you talk to your kids about what they eat and how they take care of themselves and feed themselves and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. So we lined the kids up, and I asked the kids, of course, what I ask my kids all the time, what'd you have for breakfast, what'd you have for lunch? Of course, some of their hands raised. Well, it was very few, actually. It was very few, I'll just be honest, like, where it was healthy. Some of it was like chow mein noodles with a Coke, and the other one was like chili cheese fries, something, I don't know, man, it was horrible. So anyways, I was trying to explain to the kids, like, look, how many of you are trying to get A's in school, right? Getting the best grades possible. Like, that's the mindset, right? Like, you shouldn't go to school to be like, I want to fail. I want to get the worst grade possible. Like, most of their hands raised, like, I want to get an A. And then I was like, well, why aren't you trying to get an A in what you eat, in nutrition, right? Like, that's the thing with the parents with me. Like, and I'm going off on another tangent here, but I'll make it quick. Parents want the best for their kids as far as schools, put them in the best jiu-jitsu program, best, whatever sports that they're playing. They want the best coach, they want the best this, they want the best that. But then they feed them E-type foods, F-type foods, failing-type foods, okay? What's wrong with giving your kids the A-type, A-plus nutrition, right? But parents don't do that. They give them E and F-type foods. It's not congruent. It doesn't match up. So anyways, getting what I'm getting at is my coach is asking me to speak to his kids about that, because he's like, and he tells the kids, he goes, not only is Coach, Professor Alvarez like a really good, accomplished, like, competitor and one of my top students, blah, blah, but he takes everything and what he does in life very serious, and he's trying to win in all these other areas. And so that's all I'm trying to do here, guys, is trying to switch that mindset. Like, if you're doing one thing really good, or one or two things really good in your life, that's really good, but then some of these other areas are failing and you're not up to par with what you're doing really good at, you need to up those levels and bring them up. That's the mindset. And you need to put yourself around people like that all the time. Like, all the time. all the time you're trying to just, gravitate towards those winning mindsets and those winning atmospheres and those winning people, so that you can grow and so that you can get that way. And again, as time goes on and your mind starts to shift and you become different, all right, you're gonna get haters. You're gonna get people that don't like that because they don't want to grow, they don't want to move. It's just something that you have to deal with. It was something that was tough for me to deal with in the very beginning because everyone, like, you want everyone to like you, right? Like, you want everyone to be your friend. But that's not going to be the case because not everyone wants to win. Unfortunately, not everyone wants to win. So that's the message of the day. Just reinforce. I just wanted to share with you guys, like, just being out here, coming out to my coach's academy, just his students and the people that are on the mat. You can feel that. You can see that the way they talk and what we're getting ready to train, how we're getting ready to train here in just a little bit, is going to be some really good training. Not just I'm out here and I'm just going to kind of play around a little bit. We're going to get after it and get down. So it's good stuff. So think about, again, just reinforcing who you're talking to, who you're calling for advice, and then who you're around on a routine basis. What you're reading, what you're listening to, what you're thinking about throughout the day. It should just be winning at life, period. So put yourself around certain people that are going to help you with that. And that's just where I'm at this weekend. Coach called me, come out, teach a seminar. And again, just a really good fit because I like coming out here because of the fact of the way, this team and the coach, their mindset is very similar to mine. So it just fits, it's congruent, and I like that a lot. So hopefully you're around people like that. And if you're not, that's all right. Start pushing in that direction and then just watch how things change for you. All right. So got to get ready for this training. Have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you.